Hello? How are we doing, nightmares? I'm gonna pull up a chair. And today we're gonna take a look at the Fantod pack by Gorey. And this is a chaotic tarot pack. And sign says Edward Gorey's Fantod pack. And it says here, the Fantod pack, interpreted by Madame Gorida Weird. Edward Gorey's Fantod pack was first published in a limited edition in 1995 and long out of print. Offers a bleak yet hilarious take on the classic tarot deck. Enclosed herewith 20 cards featuring mysterious archetypes such as the yellow bird, the bottle, and the limb, and a booklet with cryptic readings keyed to each image, dark, droll, and mysterious and funereal. The Fantod pack is gory at his best, revealing you at your worst. So, I'm a little bit crippled because I have all nails, so we're going to open this. I'm going to set that there. Put it right there, actually. And here we've got our little book. And the first page, it says here, the awful vista of the year. Now that you've learned all of the dreadful things that have overtaken your friends and relations during the past year, as scribbled on the inside of their Christmas cards, don't you want to know what dreadful things lie in wait for you? To this end, Madame, Greta Weird, a nom de guerre, her true one is known to few this side of the grave, has consented to have the Fantod pack printed here. Madame Weird, who is of mixed Finnish and Egyptian extraction, has devoted her life to divination, and is the author of, among a shelf of other works, Floating Tambourines, a collection of esoteric verse, and The Future Speaks Through Entrails. Her career as one of the most celebrated of trance mediums come to a close when she lost 2 1/3 fingers as a result of a contrimpse during an ectoplasmic manifestation. She has long since been persona non grata to many of the rich and famous because of her fearless predictions of disaster. She now makes her home on Staten Island, and the one that's part of Tierra del Fuego, and is writing what is hoped may be the definitive treatise on the mystic being. Of the Fantod pack itself, Madame Weird will only say that its origin may not be divulged, but is of incredible antiquity. To read your fortune, first shuffle the pack, and take it in your left hand, stand in the center of a sparsely furnished room, close your eyes, and then fling the pack into the air. Keep your eyes closed, and pick up 5 cards from the floor, keeping them in order. Once you have 5 cards and your eyes are open, place them faced up in the form of a cross, the first in the center, the second above, the third on the left, the fourth on the right, and the 5th at the bottom. The center card represents and defines the basic situation in which you find yourself, and the card above, something from the past that continues to affect your future. The card on the left, your inner self, and the card on the right is the outer world, and the lowest card symbolizes something about to come into being in the near future. Before passing the meanings of the individual cards, a few general remarks may not be amiss. Interpretation must always depend on the character and circumstances of the person consulting the pack. What might portend a wipeout for a teenage hot dogger at Yokohama might warn an Octarian spinster in the Minot, North Dakota, of a fall in the bathtub, though of course the results might come to each the same thing. The day of the week, or the month, or the year given for each card should prove particularly calamitous. The meanings given are selective rather than exhaustive, and the hints rather than assertions, and lastly, you must rely on your own temerity and the imagination of disaster, in quotations Henry James, to gain the full meanings of the cards in combination. So the cards, we have all of the meanings for each one. So I'm going to remove the cards from the pack and flip them over and give them a shuffle. And today I'm going to give you a little reading. As this deck has stated, you're supposed to stand in the middle of a room and throw them into the air, but that is really hard to film. I apologize for the door sounds. I live in a house with another person, and I can't control what room they go in and out of. So, our cards are shuffled, and I'm going to at random. Let's see. I wanted to and be smooth with it, but these cards are very smooth, so I'm gonna pick this one. Let's see, this one. I'm gonna pick this one. And this one. And last but not least, I'm feeling this one. So, let me just collect these. And I'm gonna place them back in here. So, as the book states, the center card represents your basic situation. The card above is something from the past that continues to affect your future. The card to the left is your inner self. The card on the right is the outer world. And the lowest card is something about to come into your near future. So, let's see here. Let me get that out of the way. For your center card, you got the tunnel. And let's see, the tunnel, let me find it here in the book. Let's see. Some nice page shuffling sounds for you. Monday, sexual disturbance, a swindle, a loss of wits, diseases of the blood, angst, false trust, an irrational project, an unpleased discovery, an unpleasant discovery, bad luck, an execution, boredom, and panic. If any of those words resonate with you, how unfortunate. Now, that is your basic situation in which you find yourself. And the card above, you got the feather. And the feather, let's see here. The feather signifies something from your past that continues to affect your future. So that's November, blackmail, a forged passport, a hysterical pregnancy, a loss of eyelashes, disorders of the small intestine, a disagreeable letter, delirium, a hindrance to prospects, twitching, separation, and a mistake. Yet again, if that applies to your current or your past that continues to affect your future, yet again, how unfortunate, and I'm very sorry for you. To the left is your inner self, and you got the yellow bird. The yellow bird signifies Saturday, true love thrown away, peak, foot trouble, mania, an accident on a ladder, indiscretion, bone disease, thwarted ambitions, poison, an unforeseen catastrophe, and complications. And that card is for your inner self. And the card on the right is the outer world. These are things that are affecting you from the outside. You got the child. So the child signifies, let's see here. September. How interesting that September is this month. Sexual inadequacy, styes, hallucinations, breakage, the loss of youth, rust, crawling sickness, an obstacle, forced restraint, aberrations, and for your bottom card, that is something that's about to come into being in the near future. You got the effigy. And what the effigy signifies, August, the month before this one, a sexual problem, assailed honor, unpleasant secrets, amnesia, broken hopes, a misalliance, rashness, clouded mentality, abrasions, financial losses, and an accident at a stadium. So, as you see, most of these cards are silly. And of course, if anything does resonate with you, spooky, let me know if anything resonated with you. I also plan to do a series on different tarot cards I have in my collection, as I have a vast collection of tarot cards. And this has been the Fantod pack by Edward Gorey, one of my favorite Gothic literature artists and writers. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I hope you all have sweet dreams and, above all, the most pleasant nightmares. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.